You should keep every user. Got it. Okay. Well, my company's called Future AC Water System. We recycle air conditioning water for daily drinking, ice making, indoor growing, outdoor gardening. And we also have it set up where we can have the water from your air conditioner deducted from your water bill. And and these are all the type of applications that we could do it and everything. We have one application, like it shows on the diagram. We could just hook it up to your refrigerator for just water and ice. We could just hook it up to an ice maker, just to an ice maker. What I used to do is that I used to do indoor growing for about 10 years, and we always used the water from our air conditioner to feed our plants. And it was just a mandatory thing to do. And what I want to do is get this out to the indoor growing market. Of course, the indoor cannabis growing market, because that is the highest, obvious indoor growing going on. But there's plenty of other type of indoor growing facilities out there. We just want to get it to all of them and everything. That's one area that we want to get it to. And the other area is that this water system is the water shortage that is the solution actually to the water shortage that we have in our country. On my website and information I'll be able to give to you guys all a packet with all this information of what I'm saying. I'll email you guys a packet. You just email me your information and I'll send it to you. Um, in California alone, with the population of California and everything and the amount of homes of California, California is wasting 200 million gallons a day, a minimum and everything a day. And with my water system put in place and everything, we can easily collect this water. When you actually look at my water system, there's two reservoirs. You can have one inside and one outside. And what could be put in place is a simple water waste management system, no different than a garbage waste management system. And the people could come by the house once a week and collect the water and fill reservoirs and to supply, to help supply communities. Or which is a lot more feasible, is to get it out to the water boards that are in charge of states that has water restrictions. And this water could be go ahead and set up in people's homes so they can use this water from their air conditioning to feed their plants. I mean, to feed their irrigation system to release water shortage and water fines in states like California, Nevada, Colorado, anything. But the funny thing about it is that there's water shortage everywhere. There's in North Carolina during the summer in certain areas of North Carolina, you're not allowed to water your grass. So the areas and the great possibilities of this and everything is substantial. And of course, since I own this this water system, I patented it. I want to license it out to all air conditioner companies across the US so they could go ahead and start getting the great benefits of AC water recycling. And the way the thing works with RenTech and what I have going on with RenTech and you guys is that during when you guys are contacting however you guys generate your own leads of contacting air conditioning people, contacting people at the water boards and things like that, the way deals gets done and everything is that you receive commission. Actually, you receive residual like I receive residual, or like you receive royalties like I receive royalties since it's my idea and everything. So that's something that to let you guys know and encourage you of the possibilities of that. You get an air conditioner company to sign on and an air conditioner company to sign on. Every single time they do an install, you guys get a commission from it and everything from your hard work and everything. And that's what we have. But this is what we do and everything. And I really believe it is the solution, the water shortage solution that we have in our country.
This is good. I'm in California. It's good information. And, we've been facing droughts over here. I remember looking at this at the Anaheim Convention Center.
And everything. And definitely we are working on, I could go ahead, I'll give you an example of a type of person that you want to get this in front of and everything. Where grant information. This one guy, his name is Sandley Kleps. he's the senior water, he's a senior water source control engineer, water recycling funding program in the State Water Board Source Control Board in Sacramento, California.
Yeah, and I also have a friend. He's up in the water industry as well. But if you
Yes.
could put that in the chat information, maybe I
Yeah.
can follow up with him.
Yeah, I could give you his information because I did a little bit of research in regarding of trying to for grants. And there was no grants available. Reason why there was no grants available because the people that does the grants doesn't know about this water system. So it was
well,
like
a friend of mine handles the grants,
mhm.
and he's pretty knowledgeable in water systems.
Yeah, we did, and like we did. We looked for grants, but at that time, this was around December, and the guy that I hired to do the grants, he wrote up plenty of grants. He's like, we searched for grants, and there was no grants, not even on the federal level. And he had said, let's go ahead and wait until next year, maybe around this time, and to see what's available. But after all of our research, we came to the conclusion, well, there's no grants available, and B, there's no grants for this type of things because the people that does the grants don't know about the water recycling. So
there's a gentleman that I've already spoken to about these,
mm-hmm.
and he's interested. So that's why I wanted to really attend this.
Yeah, and then
he wants information, and I said, well, let me.
And I'll send you a full, and all you guys will get a full package of everything. So as a result of my research of and everything, he had said that our best bet is to try to get it in front of people like Sandy and the person like you're talking about. And this other lady, her name is Nancy H. Schulte. She's a senior assistant general manager of external and regulatory affairs and chief subsidiary officer, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power.
Okay.
Those I guess I'm just basically trying to give you guys let you know the type of people that we need to get this really in front of for it to really.
Do you have anything in Nevada? Because I'm setting up a good sized project in Nevada.
Only thing that I have, what do you mean by do I have anything set up in Nevada?
Have you talked to anybody in the
Okay, I've spoken to one person. We have this one air conditioner company. It's called Bulldozer in Nevada, and they're considering of getting into AC water recycling. And the data that I've done the research in regarding of Nevada and water shortage, Nevada is wasting with the population 40 billion gallons a day.
Wow. Well, the reason
I'm sorry, 40 million. I'm sorry, 40 million. 40 million.
I was going to say, that's a lot.
I'm so sorry. California is 200 million. Nevada is 40 million a day and everything. And Nevada is small and everything. And that will fix, and I just got off this phone with this one person and they were just saying that they don't want to talk about it, but in 10 years, there shouldn't be no Las Vegas because there's no water.
Yeah, well, that was the reason the developments that we're doing, they're trying to figure out ways to incorporate water systems to save, especially Las Vegas.
Because basically what I'm doing, basically what I'm doing is I'm just converting your air conditioner to a water generator. And this is something that you guys already know of what market everything sells and everything is just an alternative to it and everything because
hey, Mike, because we got a couple new folks on the call. Maybe you could kind of give just a quick diagram or synopsis. I know you have it behind you of what you do with the existing AC units, at least for residential. I know you can apply it to commercial, but what do you do to convert it?
Oh yeah, what I do to convert it, it's just a plug and play system. I just come in, we go ahead and give you, as you can see right over here. Let me see if I can do something. Give me a second. Share screen. Okay. All right, you should see this, right?
Yep.
Just all right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you see the diagram?
Yes.
All right. Now here's your normal, you see my mouse?
Yep.
Okay, here's your normal air conditioner unit and everything. And then what we do is, as you can see right here, we put a UV light to avoid bacteria and everything. And then it goes from the air conditioner unit straight into what is a condensate pump. A condensate pump is something that looks like a shoebox. And what it does, it holds about, you know, a couple of liters of water. Once it gets filled, it automatically pumps it until it's empty. So it's going to go into here and it's going to go through a filter. And then from a filter, it's going to go into your water storage right here. And then from your water storage right over here, this is where you have another tank. And then you could choose your filters and it gets filtered through again. And then this is the setup. This setup right here is the setup as if you was going to hook it up to your house to have it subtracted off your water bill. This type of setup right over here. And this is the one that I have behind me and everything. And as you can see, it's the same thing. And in this case right over here, you can hook it up to your refrigerator or hook it up to your ice maker or do your indoor growing or outdoor gardening of how the system works and everything. And it's the same thing with a commercial. Here's a picture as if you had a commercial unit with what is called a package unit that stands on top of the roofs and everything. That is this one. So right over here, these are like, the ones that goes on the roofs, same concept right over here for buildings. And then some buildings have AC units on the roof, and they also have ACs and air handlers too as well inside of the building. The last place that I worked with, we had 2 units. We had the one that stand up top, and then we had a couple of them in the building that were just like in our homes, those split units. And again, the water could be filtered, double filtered, because the good thing about this is that it gets pre-filtered and then it gets filtered again.
So this water storage unit, Mike, that's an add-on to their system, I would imagine? Is that so?
Yeah. So, when I come in and everything is like, what I'm bringing to your place is the condensate pump, the filters, and you choose what type of water storage you want, the customer based on the air conditioner units and everything, and pressure pumps and filters. That's what I bring. I'm using common technology. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, not common technology, modern technology and everything. There's nothing that I'm creating or anything that's new. Only thing that has to get done that's customized is the water storage. So we have to put an overflow in case it overflows, and that's it.
Got it.
And then let me give you an example of and then like, if he was going to do indoor growing, that's what we'll be doing, because indoor growing, you have the air conditioners, and indoor growing, they use the humidifiers as well. So you collect the water from the air conditioners and the water from the dehumidifiers. And it shows right here, I think. And here's my ad in Cannabis Now magazine. Little controversy, future AC work cycles and everything. Yep. And everything. It shows how an atmosphere, pretty much what I'm doing is converting here to an atmosphere water generator. They do a bunch of stuff and everything. And then there's the picture that they put in there. So you guys, and Cannabis Now is a legitimate company and everything. They're not going to go ahead and just allow any other person just promote their stuff and everything. So, and like, the next area that I want to get it to is the next place I want to get it to is called Fine Garden Magazine. And Fine Garden is a little bit more kosher, and that's a little bit more be able to share with everybody else. Cannabis Now, like, because basically, this is not, my ad in Cannabis Now, it really won't fly on social media regarding a Facebook. You know what I mean? Because Facebook blocks stuff like this and everything, even though, you know, so it doesn't fly. But if I promote on Facebook that I'm in Fine Garden magazine and they did a story on me and everything, that's a little bit of way more kosher, where they're a lot more open for it to be shared. Because when I shared this and I put it on my like page and everything, nobody saw it. I contacted people. I'm like, did you see it? They're like, no, I don't see that at all. I'm like, yeah, it's typical Facebook, you know?
Yeah. So the applications are residential, commercial, and then growers. That's basically the focus on Future AC Water, right?
Well, no, not, you know, it's the first, you know, of course, like, you know, and then of course getting into the homes as well.
Right.
You know, like, you know, especially in the homes where people have water restrictions, you know, the county could give incentives for people to go ahead and get this AC water system installed in their home so they can feed it to their plants. And I mean, so they get, you know, for irrigation and water savings, and the air conditioner companies will be fully trained to do the install.
Right. Yep. So that's really the benefit to Future AC Waters, is the fact that we're utilizing what's already there, capturing runoff, you know, the water that's being generated from, you know, AC units, and then we're utilizing it for another purpose, which is really great, because you're not really reinventing the wheel, you're just modifying it and using it instead of having wastewater.
Yes. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, because, you know, and like, you know, it goes two ways and everything, you know, we're just basically converting it to a water generator, and the water is getting put to waste and everything. And the great thing about it, we have a patent on it. So it's fully legalized.
Perfect.
That's good. It looks good.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Anybody have any questions?
I have a question. Hi.
Of course.
I was wondering, could you talk a little bit more about the incentives to get this deducted from their water bill?
The incentives?
I thought you mentioned that
you meaning that
people
like,
could get it deducted from their water bill?
Correct.
The installation fees? Okay.
Yeah. This water, like I said, the water system will be hooked up in any type of ways. And then if you're a person that wants to, like, you know, if you're a person that doesn't, like, you know, in my area, we don't have water restrictions, but if you're a person that's into conserving water, we can have this water system hooked up into your system, that the water from your air conditioner gets deducted from your water bill. And you was asking me, did you want to know how does that work? Okay. All right. The way that works is, I can, I was going to bring my computer out there and actually show you. But anyway, the way it works is that once the system is installed, here we go. You know what? I will show you right here. Let me go back to the share screen. I can answer that for you right now. Share. Okay, let's go back to this picture right here. All right. Now, once the system is installed, right? All right, you see this down here? All right, this is the main that's coming into your home, all homes. All right, this is your normal main that goes into all homes and everything. And what we do is, once the system is installed and everything, we tap into the main like you see right here. And then what we do here is that we put, in this area, we put a ball valve motor. And then this ball valve motor is controlled by this automatic water level controller right here. And then you have these two sensors. Then once, you install the system and the tank is empty, this is going to go ahead and open up the solenoid and let water in your house like normal. Now, once your air conditioner is going, it's going to go ahead and get filled. Once it gets filled, it's going to go ahead, the sensor is going to go ahead and trigger this and close it so you don't get charged. And then the house gets all the water from here until this is done.
Oh, wow.
And
wow.
then once the sensor is, then once this empties, the sensor is going to go here and it's going to open it up again, and you're going to be getting water just like normal.
That's a huge benefit. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the way that works. The water level controller, the sensor, and all this has nothing to do with the patent. That's not patented at all. It's just another way of doing it. I do not own any of the thing of this or anything, which is good and everything. It's just this is what we own and everything. But this is just an application of what we could do. And then what I was explaining earlier, that let's just say if you want to have this water system implanted, and then people could go to the house once a week or once a week and collect it. That's where you have the outside water tank that I have right here, if they want to go that way and everything. But with the water restrictions and everything, it's the most likely people's going to go this way. And not only they don't have to hook it up to their main, they can just go ahead and put it to their irrigation. So the way any normal irrigation will work, it's going to come in somewhere, and we can always stop it from there, and they can always use the water from the tank. And then it's really up to them. They don't necessarily have to do it. But the great thing about this is that when you do it this way, like the way I have it in my house, it goes through your water tank and water heater and everything for showers and stuff like that. The sad thing, I'm just gonna let you know the sad thing. I got kids, and I have a 3-ton air conditioner, and I get about 10 gallons a day. And then I have a 60-gallon tank at my house. And by the time that tank fills up and everything, my kids, they just abuse it. I'm like, guys, it just goes in one day. I'll tell them to take a shower. They will just deliberately take an extra hot shower. It's free water, Dad. I'm like, you know what I mean? They'll do dishes and they'll just let the water run, and they'll just be on the phone and not do the dishes in the water. I'm like,
but in a normal situation though, in a normal situation, the fact that you have the cutoff that's stopping the water after the meter, but it's just stopping there, so it's not.
Yeah. So you're not getting charged for it. Yeah.
You're not getting charged for it. So the benefit is really that. Yeah.
But it's just like, that is the benefit and everything. And there's times where I'm not gonna lie to you that the water will last 2 days and everything. But having kids and everything, one hot shower, a toilet flush here, a toilet flush here, toilet flush there, boom, it's gone. And then you're right back to, but it's something to let you know how much water we actually consume in a home. I had my thing filled up, and I went ahead and I did a load of laundry in the washing machine. Those washing machines take a lot of water, but the way I saw it, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, it did use a lot of water, but I just got my clothes washed for free. I just got a free shower. All those flushing, flushing a toilet here, flushing a toilet over there, having it hooked up to for water and ice and everything,
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it still makes sense. I mean, you are providing a benefit though in the end. Granted, it depends on how much your house is going to use. It depends how much your kids are going to use it.
Well, yeah, it's always depending on the household and the people. You know what I mean? It's just definitely with my ignorant kids, it's a benefit and everything. But once these kids get 18, they're out of the house. Oh yeah, it's better. Any parent will say that. This is this is not something this is something for if you have kids, great, you will save. But once you become an adult and you learn how to conserve, that's when you actually will see a difference on your water bill.
Excellent. Anyone else have any questions?
No, it looks good. When can we install one? So Mark, as I told you, I'm working in Sparks, Reno area to set up some prototype facilities. And I'd love to incorporate this so people could come and take a look at it in the area.
Yeah. What you guys could do is my email, Greta, Rich, and Rev, and Shirley, you guys could just go ahead and just email me at contactus@futureacwatersystem.com, and I'll send you guys a packet with, this is a packet. Since I'm sharing the screen, I can just show it to you right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd love to get this because I'm building a portfolio of the different things that the company offers, and water systems like this are something I would really like to take a look at.
So Mike, is it's contact us at futurewatersystems.com?
No, contact us at futureacwatersystem.com.
Future AC Water.
Yes, contact us at the name of the company. Yeah, this is the packet that I'll sell you. What's Future AC Water System? It shows you this, you know what I mean? The specifications. We upgrade you to an AC, to an atmospheric water generator. What is an atmospheric water generator? What's the difference and everything? Most importantly, you know, our pricing, comparing our pricing to atmospheric water generators, commercial atmospheric water generators, links so you can see them yourself. Commercial atmospheric water generators, also hydro panels. What is a hydro panel? It's the same thing, like, you know, hydro panels, their pricing, comparing my pricing to hydro panels and everything is on here as well. Here's some data regarding recent data of water droughts, consequences and everything, a different value of positions and everything, benefits of Los Angeles, because we kind of made this for Los Angeles because they have the, you know, they're like top gross of water shortage issues. Like,
if you could, you said this is available, because I'm going to be also going down to Los Angeles to meet with.
Yeah, no, I'm going to email all this right here, you know, and there's the links and everything. When you guys email me, I'm going to be emailing you this, everything, what you're seeing, you know, residential, you know, customers and everything, let you know how I want to license out to air conditioner companies making new jobs. You know, what is the gallons savings per day, per week, per month, per year for each unit? You know, what's condensate water? You know, what's distilled water, water bill savings, filtered water versus AC water. I mean, filtered AC water versus city water. What's the difference? Which one is better? What's a TDS meter? What's a ppm? I try to load it up as much information. Pros and cons on using reverse osmosis. Here's the thing, what we talked about, water shortage. You know, 3/4 of Californians have air conditioning, so that's the data on that and how we get to 200 million a day. Here is, you know, the solution to water shortage. What's the benefits of FEMA having a 1 million gallon reservoir for natural disasters? The importance of having 1 million gallons of water and ice on standby. How, when it comes to water towers and everything, as you can see over here, customers right here, we could go ahead and collect the water and fill up the reservoir, so less water that they take in from the lake could be right over here. So these water towers will stay completely full. And I just noticed how cool, I just didn't notice the purpose of a water tower is the pressure. I was like, that's genius. That's why they're tall. I didn't know that. I swear to God. I just thought it was just a water tower and they were just using gravity to push the water and everything. But I never knew the whole purpose of having it so high is because of the pressure. The higher the pressure, it pushes it down too and everything. I was like, genius and everything. Yeah. Like, you know, that's the part of physics class that we all fell asleep in. Wow. You know, when we was all taking our physics classes and everything, you know, because none of that made sense. I actually, right over here, this part is a little bit devilish, I'm not going to lie to you. This is how you could profit from AC water recycling. You could go ahead and put this water system into places and you could sell this water to the nations at $1 a gallon.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of projects that I'm involved in. Mm-hmm. I'm very anxious to share this information now.
This is the devil side of it. I'm telling you right now, in the type of country that we live in, you know, in the type of country that we live in, I can see the federal government doing this and the Americans not getting the water and the nation's getting it. You know what I mean? But I have that in a package just to let you guys know, you know, because you know, at the end of the day, you know, no matter how, you know, the way, you know, at the end of the day, the way we are and everything, someone wants to make a profit out of this. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? So like, you know, when it comes to situations like this, it could be sold to nations, it could sell to farmers, you know, people, you know, natural disasters and everything, like, you know, natural disasters with FEMA, you know, because usually with natural disasters and FEMA, give me 1 second. Andy Newman.
Guys, we put everything in the chat so you can get to his website as well as contact us. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can go ahead and put that in the chat. Yeah, how to profit for them. Why do we need a fresh new water shortage? Water system in homes in the future. I have it comparing to how many bottled waters you can actually make. Because like, you know, if you wanted to get into your own bottled water and whatever it may be, and pricing of bottled water and how much it will cost if you got into bottled water, how this will help the firefighters, current and future homes. Here, I put over here, do you have any proof of any AC recycling that actually waters the bill, that lowers the bill? There's this company right here, Advanced Treatment. They're located in Michigan. Ashley, she has this great video. She has a 2,200 square foot place, all recycling the water. She has like a $200 water bill and everything, you know? So it's like, it's a small example of the benefits of, and she's like one of, like nobody in Michigan does what she does and everything. And her thing is awesome. And then I have another company called Parlor that contacted me right over here. No, Parallel. They want to start recycling air conditioning water and everything. They got a $12,000 a month water bill.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then when a guy contacted me, he was thinking of recycling the water from his dehumidifiers and everything. But when he found me, he's like, wow, not only you do the dehumidifiers, you do the air conditioning. And he's like, yeah, our facilities, we're running about $12,000 a month in water and everything. I was like, wow. And he's like, you know, but the reason it's a little bit weird. It hasn't got up to the board yet because he has said right now where our funding is going and everything. So I talked to the guy about the financial. He says, we're just focusing on buying another facility and everything. But he says, give us some time. And like, you know, but hopefully, you know, within some time, we'll go ahead and, you know, start upgrading it to it and everything. But so is there any proof of indoor growing facilities looking for a new way? Yes, we have proof of that too as well. What's the maintenance on this and everything? Like, you know, the maintenance on this is just normally change your air conditioner filter and just change your filters like the water filters, like people say. And in this case, the water filters will actually last longer because you're not using chemical water, you're using untreated water, which is good. And then I have the cons and pros of the water system. And then I have the diagram, and I have all the other diagrams and everything. So like, you know, just send me the email and you'll get all this so you guys will be able to study. That will load you guys up with all the information as possible about future AC water system.
Wow. Very good.
Yeah.
Yafari, it was nice to see you, man. I remember speaking with you.
Yes, my brother.
I remember speaking with you, man. It was nice speaking with you. I'm glad you made the meeting and everything, you know.
Yeah, definitely couldn't miss it.
Well, yeah, so like, you know, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you have my email address, you have my phone number. Let me go ahead and chat.
Yep, so I did put the contact us at future acwatersystem.com and then your
Michael,
email.
A question for you.
Of course.
Let's take I don't know if it'd be average, medium, large warehouse facilities, medium to large AC units. Let's say about 10 to a dozen of them. About how much water reclamation can we get out of it?
Well, a 10-ton air conditioner unit, you know, when it comes to the indoor growing business, what I am told is the bread and butter unit they get is a 30-ton unit. And the 30-ton unit does about 200 gallons a day. However, I've seen, depending on some conditions,
How many gallons did you say?
200 gallons a day.
Okay.
And then, you know, of course, I've seen some 10-ton units, they will range between 10 to 20 gallons an hour. So if you just take the 20 in an hour and multiply that by 24, you're going to get your 200 and something.
Now, I was recently told that gas furnaces also have a byproduct of water.
Yes, 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 yes. People had asked me, like, during the winter and everything, because it depends on what type of furnace you have, for the heat. Because some furnaces, and I think to my knowledge, it has to be a furnace that works off gas, and they, with the gas going off, they actually have condensate water that builds up from the heat
Right.
as well. And some furnaces and some heat furnaces, that water is going to to a condensate pump too as well. Mm-hmm. I've seen some installs that they've done the same thing on the heat side. This one guy had told me, he said, like, depending on the actual air conditioner unit and everything, because he's in Virginia, and here in Miami, we don't, I'm not used to, but here in Miami, we're used to our electrical heaters and everything, right, with the coils. And here in Miami, we don't use our heater. And when we do use our heater, we actually panic because the coils are so dusty. It makes the house smell like it's on fire, and we all panic. We're like, what the hell's and we turn the heater off. We're like, all right, we're just gonna freeze to death because it sounds like something is burning. But as a result, is that we don't use a heater so much, so all the dust just goes on the coils, and then when the coils turn on, it burns it off.
One of the other things that was mentioned in that is diesel engines have also water as a byproduct too. I don't know if there's many diesel generators around, but that was a thought as well. But with gas furnaces, I would imagine that they're in fact, the person said that it will produce as much as an AC unit. Now,
yeah, depending on depending on how much heat and everything, because that is, those things. When you're using fire and actual gas, it can produce a lot, and I've seen a lot of examples of them doing it for especially in the heating season, because a lot of people will say, Mike, what's going on? What were you going to do regarding of certain areas for the winter? I'm like, well, if you're in certain areas during the winter and you're not using your air conditioning, well, you're going to be paying for the water anyway. It's like, you were paying for the water anyway. But with what you're implying, that during certain areas in the winter, and depending on what type of unit you have, you could, and if during the winter, I collect the condensate water from my heater, and during the summer, I collect the condensate from my air conditioner.
If it's a heat pump situation and it's heating the inside and putting all the cold outside, you're still getting condensation. You're still getting water. So in a mini split / heat pump situation, it could still produce.
Correct. Still could produce, because a lot of times that we have it, the best way the guy says it, a lot of people say that the better the humidity, the more the water, which is actually a little bit true. But at the end of the day, just as long as you have heat, that coil will always sweat. You know what I mean? So some people might not think that even though the air conditioning place, you go into the mall and the mall is at 70 degrees and everything, to you might think 70 degrees is cold. However, it's still taking a lot of, that air conditioner is still taking a lot of heat to keep that place at 70 degrees. And that coil is sweating like crazy, even though it's 70 degrees, which is cold. You know what I mean? But there's still heat that's still in the building, body heat and everything that's still in the air, even though 70 degrees seems cold, but there's still heat in 70 degrees, and more heat in 80 degrees, more heat in 90 degrees. So
it's certainly would be more advantageous to be in certain humid areas, et cetera, but this still is applicable for even some of the minimal places.
Correct. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That to possibly refrigerators, et cetera. So I mean, it's got to be that way.
Yeah.
The other part of what I wanted to go over is the passive residual part of this. If any of you wish to contact heating air conditioning companies and have them start putting these units on home mini splits or whatever else, they're going to constantly need filters, et cetera, maintenance. So it's a residual for those companies, could be residual for you too.
Well, of course, I make my money off each install, and and then with the negotiation with Mark and you guys and everything, you guys get a piece of it too as well, and regarding, and that is the actual residual. The residual that for it it works for itself, and then maybe another residual. What maybe you were talking about is that normal monthly service or normal service that we come in and we'll change your filters, we'll change your this and everything. Just like, when you have a business and you go ahead and have your air conditioner installed for your business, and you pay your air conditioner guys X amount a year or X amount a month, and you're a membership, and they come in every 2 months, they'll change your filters, make sure everything's all nice and dandy. And this water system, it could be the same thing, for X amount of dollars a month. We go ahead and come in, we'll change your filters, make sure the UV light is good, make sure the coil is clean. We'll do a monthly maintenance for you, or if you could do your maintenance yourself.
Sounds good.
I think the idea is so that we create more relationships with HVAC contractors, and then Mike would, train them on how, what needs to be done, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So get that relationship, and then that's how we're growing a future AC water system is in that, across the country that way, correct?
Yes.
So we all get a kind of a kickback from that, and that's what the whole residual piece of it is.
The whole residual fee, like, you know what I mean? Like, if, Joseph gets this one company in Las Vegas to sign and everything, to get Las Vegas to sign, because it's the air conditioner companies is going to go after their customers and everything. So, Joseph gets this person to sign, or Richard gets this company to sign, or Greta gets this company to sign. Every single time they do an install and everything, we'll all come to negotiation with Mark of what's fair that will go for RenTech and what will be fair that will go to the agents and everything. Because it's the service fee. Because just to let you guys know, when we do a contract with an air conditioner company, I do not get involved of what they charge their customers for parts and labor. That's what they charge. I only get involved of the service. So for an example, I charge $1,500 per unit. So if they do an install and a person has one unit and everything, out of that $1,500, the air conditioner people will get their cut. You guys will get your cut of signing it, and then I get my cut, and then I keep the rest and everything. And then if the house has multiple units and everything, well, of course, just like, you make off. And then if the commercial unit has multiple units, just of course, it's the same thing as well.
So is that fair to say if there's two levels, if there's two condensers, it's per condenser in that sense?
Correct. You know what I mean? Because like when it comes to commercial units, usually people have more than one unit. And when it comes to like big houses, usually people have more than one AC unit. So if they have 2 units inside the house, that's $1,500 each and everything. And that's $1,500 each. And out of that $1,500, we'll come with a negotiation of what the AC people walk away with you guys as an agent walks away with, and then what I walk away with as the owner of it.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification, because I was thinking per house, but you're talking per unit in the house.
No, per unit. Yeah, per unit, which is
better. If there's an upstairs, downstairs situation, a lot of times they have 2 units, right?
Yeah. If they have, 2 stories and everything. So I charge per unit and everything. And then at the same time, another great bonus and everything is that when it comes to the indoor growing facilities and everything, which is a bonus for us and everything, we could charge on the dehumidifiers as well.
Oh. This encompasses a lot of different things. It's very,
you know what I mean? So because when it comes to indoor growing facilities, not only we can collect the water from the air conditioner, because I charge, like I said, what I charge for a commercial unit, and then, the dehumidifiers, I'm not going to charge $1,500 or $2,000, but the dehumidifiers is like, okay, you have X amount of air conditioners, that's $2,000 each, and you have X amount of dehumidifiers. Each dehumidifier for my conversion is $500. you know? So it's definitely, you guys will walk away from the water from the air conditioners. And when it comes to indoor growing facilities, not only the air conditioners, the dehumidifiers, which is just extra funds for us and as well and everything, because it's making the water the same way. These commercial dehumidifiers, they do about 20 to 30 gallons a day.
Wow.
So they can use.
In fact, what's really exciting about this is my brother-in-law does the greenhouses, and I want to build a component of this, like a place where he can stay in and run AC, you know, whatever he needs, because it's going to be on solar. And we're going to have the water system. He's going to do aquaponics. So he's designed a state-of-the-art greenhouse, and I want to use this water system to, you know, the filtration for the plants.
No, definitely. You know, if he's using air conditioner and if you have a greenhouse, of course, depending on the size of the greenhouse and everything, you know, a lot of greenhouses are huge and everything.
Yeah,
and
this is going to be big. He's got,
you know,
really
it's going to be big. So, like, you know, the water that you get from your air conditioner is not going to be able to take care of the whole greenhouse. But, like, you know, it can be reserved for something.
Well,
you know, making
you got
fresh
water.
And everything.
You got, once you get the water storage up to speed, the water will always be available. But since it's going to be run on solar, I can run the AC all day long.
All day long and everything. And
then we're creating our own water systems.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because this water system is considered the solar power of water. Just as long as you're using your air conditioning, just as long as you're using a dehumidifier, you are making fresh water.
Yeah. No, I already got a project ready to go for this. So
you see, Richard's wheels spinning already.
Yeah, so, like, you know, I'm getting a lot of feedback and everything, and yeah, that's where we're at. And the cool thing about this,
so you're based in Florida. You're based in Florida.
Yeah,
I might be going out to Florida for they're having another convention out there.
Oh, you're gonna go to the Natural Disaster Expo in Florida?
Yeah, because I have property in Florida.
Okay, because I'm gonna go.
I want to put.
Now, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I doubted you'd be able to make it, but it is called. Let's go back to screen sharing. And if you know, if you're in the Florida area. Come on. All right, here you go. Wind to Storm. Here's a humongous expedition that's happening in Fort Lauderdale, March 15th and March 17th. This is one of the biggest biggest things regarding of solar power contractors.
Can we incorporate that into the chat? I'd like to set that up because I've got property in Florida that I'd like to put together.
Okay, let me.
What's the name of it, and I can add it in.
Yes, it's called WTS Wind to Storm. This is a conference right here. The tickets. It's $500 for the basic tickets for the 3 days to go to this, and it's at the
WTSVG. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Wind to Storm. Let me see if I go book now. Solar panel. Yeah, it's a solar panel industry. Come on, give me a link. I can help you guys out. Okay, okay, here we go. That. Okay, and we're
on the chat.
Share, and we go to the chat. Where the chat? There you go. Yeah, put that in the chat right there. Now, yeah, that's this thing is big and everything, and all people that's into solar panels, hurricane relief, solar panel, hurricane relief contractors.
This is out of Arizona. So the Storm Ventures group is out of Arizona, but the event is located in Fort Lauderdale.
And in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
March 15th to March 17th and everything. But yeah, that's what I wanted to let you guys know about too as well. Because since you're going to be at the expo, I'm in Miami, Florida. I'm going to be at the expo for those 2 days. I'm not going to have a booth. I'm just going to be out there, try to promote and everything. And then I'm going out to this in next week later.
Perfect, perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Is there any other questions, you guys? We're going to wrap this presentation up today. If not, all right, excellent. Well, we appreciate your time, Mike. Future AC Water System, it's going to be rocking and rolling. So we're really excited to have these guys as partners. So
thank you very much and everything. So just go ahead and send me that email so I can get you guys that package. And once you send the email, check your spam, please, because a lot of times, you know, the way these things are, average email end up going to spam. So just keep me informed. Any questions, comments, concerns, I'm here.
Thank you, Mike. Good to
thank you
see
so
you.
much, everyone.
Later.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care now.
Take care.